If the guy shaking hands with the mustache fellow on the couch had simply turned around before his head ever was in camera view, maybe nothing you see in this video would have taken place. But ladies and gentlemen, every story has to start somewhere. And this, well, this is Chibi's story.
Even in high school, you know, I tried to fit in with a group of outcasts, all they known today as emo kids.
Yes! Fast pants.
I like that jump!
As soon as I went live, I guess they started ordering pizzas, and like 2 or 3 pizza places have now tried delivering pizzas to us.
And then this motherfucker, Chibi, invites himself to the couch next to you.
My name is Toba the Mighty.
He doesn't actually talk, though, so he would never say that in any situation.
He makes scrums.
I like that jump!
You know, I attempted to cheat in a speed run.
Your son has posted pictures of his online, and he admitted to sending them to a 17-year-old girl?
What?
You know, let everything go, and just...
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, thank you.
I like that jump!
So, confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
And then I walk into the viewing room. And there Adam is. His laptop connected to the projector. And there it was, above his dad's corpse, in front of God and everybody, was a Bleach AMV.
Then why didn't you listen to me?
Because I have a life to live, and I'm living it.
In today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my absolute hardest to tell you the best parts of the story of one Chibi, or Chibi Necrodemics, or Aquana. He goes by many names, does the Chibish one. This is actually a video I've wanted to do for quite some time, because back before I even made videos, I would always watch this lolcow content, but only on a few people. On Wings of Redemption, on Jonathan Ross or Bathtub Ross, and another one was Chibi. Now, I can tell you exactly why that is. Around this time, I'd been watching a lot of speedrunning videos. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Somebody beat Super Mario Sunshine that fast? Well, I'd like to see that, you know, and before you know it, if you watch enough of those videos, eventually you will get recommended a video called, I Would Really Prefer If You Would Be Quiet. And when you first see this video, you will laugh, you will cringe, you'll feel a lot of emotions. You'll be like, man, I don't want to be that guy on the couch, but I also would not like to be that other guy on the couch. And I'd imagine that many people have seen that video. I mean, shit, the original upload has over 9 million views. And a lot of people probably saw it, they had a good laugh, they moved on about their day, and they never gave a second thought to the guy sitting on the couch. But what many people who watched that video didn't realize, and understandably so, was that there is a very deep rabbit hole. And at the bottom lies Chibi. And then you might wonder, well, how did he get to that point? How did he dig himself such an immense rabbit hole? Well, that's what I'm here to try to explain to y'all today. And I think the perfect place to start is the aforementioned video at the speedrunning convention, because I could sit here and tell you about Chibi's early life, and I probably should, considering all the wacky events that happened back then. I'm looking at you, Osaka-kan. But maybe we'll get to that later. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I'm only 5 minutes into this video so far. I don't even know what's going to happen in minute 7. I mean, for all I know, Cyrax could pop up on screen. See, there he is. There he is. You never really know what's going to happen next on this channel. But what you do know, for certain, without a shadow of a doubt, is when Chibi got the internet's eyes on him. And it all happened at Summer Games Done Quick 2014, a convention where speedrunners come from all around the world to try to play video games as fast as they can, all in the name of charity. And Chibi decided to attend this event. Now, Chibi is not a professional speedrunner. He is a speedrunner, but he wasn't like performing or having like a session at this event. He just went to go be a guest and go, I guess, check out the scene, see what's going on. And when he got there, just so happened to fall on the same date as his birthday. And because of this, they let him sit up on the couch with the guy who was playing the game and the people around him who knew a lot about the game. The game in question is Tomba 2, a game I hadn't heard of until I really saw like this clip here. But to give you a little bit of backstory on why this was such a weird instance is because you're only supposed to be sitting up there, I think if you're like a friend or if you know a lot about the game and you can kind of explain it to the chat and the people watching while the player is kind of like has their mindset on it. Well, Chibi was none of those things, and he's still got a seat there anyway, just because, again, it was his birthday. Now, this still could have gone smoothly. If this was someone who was able to just sit there, kind of laugh along and enjoy the playthrough from up close, maybe everything would have gone alright. But the problem is Chibi, an autistic man who has a propensity to say any type of dumb thing that comes to his mind, is now sitting there in front of maybe, I couldn't tell you how many, I would say thousands of people watching this on live, and what's about to happen next is really what cements him into lolcow status. And in my mind, everything after this is really just more and more cherries on top of the lolcow sundae. So finally, without further ado, here is Caveman DCJ's speedrun of Tomba 2 with special guest Chibi from Summer Games Done Quick 2014.
3, 2, 1, go. Hello everyone, I am Caveman DCJ, and this is Tomba 2, The Evil Swine Returns. The plot of this game is that you are Tomba, and the evil swine have returned. Well, that's a good start.
Well, I mean, it's more a plot than Bubsy has.
So, alright, good. You'll notice that I'm wearing pajama pants for this comfy game.
It's weird, I usually wear pajama pants, but I would say I wear jeans today.
Yeah, you're not dressed for the occasion.
I'm not.
Yeah, me neither.
Neither.
I recommend all viewers to go get a nice cup of joe, perhaps a bagel.
Dude, I love bagels.
Just sit back and enjoy some breakfast Tomba.
Asiago cheese bagel? Yummy.
I believe you.
This game definitely has an interesting playstyle to it.
How do you mean?
Well, like, most games in this kind of style are like sort of 2D scroll or 3D scrollers, whereas this one is kind of has another dimension to it.
Yeah, it's like 2.5D.
2.5Ds, yeah.
You can switch planes, and funny stuff happens occasionally when you do that. I'll point out the one time that's relevant
Okay.
later in the run.
You know, so far it's not too bad. Chibi may be interjecting just a little too much, asking questions when he's, you're supposed to leave the spotlight on the guy playing the game. But as this goes on, you're going to notice that guy playing the game, Caveman, his demeanor really start to change, because with this guy next to him saying all this stupid shit over and over, this guy's eventually going to come to his breaking point.
Yeah,
Get used to this song if anyone's listening.
Yeah.
The character design of this game kind of reminds me of Adventure Island.
Alright. So, coming up is the boomerang. We could skip it, the one thing in the game you can actually skip. But we're not going to, because I like the boomerang.
Boomerang hype?
Hype?
So there goes the crab basket. We need to get the crab basket to get crabs.
So this is the case where getting crabs is a good thing?
Yeah. Alright, we're about to get the best item in video games.
Yes! Fast pants.
They make you go fast. Very ideal item for the speedrun.
I want one now.
Oh yeah, I would hate to actually have to put the pants on.
I mean...
Alright, rip safety apple. I gotta go.
I mean, I could always wear the pants.
We have $10 from Zarkanian, and he says he's got to give some money for his bro Chibi on the couch right now, and get him some birthday hype.
Hey, thanks, Zarkanian.
Oh yeah, this game is called Tombi.
My name is Tomba the Mighty.
He doesn't actually talk though, so he would never say that in any
He
situation.
makes grunts. That's kind of like talking.
He could pretend he does.
I have fast pants.
We get turbo pants later.
Now you're just making me excited.
Yeah, I don't think you're ready for that.
I don't think I am. I think I need some time to prepare my body.
So at this point, tension is at an all-time high, but not from Chibi's point of view. Chibi doesn't understand that he's doing anything wrong. And actually, the top comment on the initial upload, I think sums this all up best. Could you imagine it's got to be the most awkward feeling in the world, knowing that other people are looking at you this way when you're completely oblivious to it? Because now Caveman is only answering with like one-word answers, constantly side-eyeing the guy, and everyone on stream can notice it too. It's like, oh, just stop. But unfortunately for Chibi, and fortunately for us, he doesn't stop, and it eventually breaks down into Caveman telling Chibi exactly what he thinks, in a moment that will be memed on for an eternity to come.
$10 from Brendan3. Love Tomba 2. I never fully beat it as a kid and just managed to beat it for the first time a couple of years ago. You've made my workday so much better.
Dude, someone else has a birthday today.
What are the odds?
Right? It's kind of coincidental how, like, in most games, pigs are evil.
Such as?
Well, Diddy Kong Racing, Zelda, Mother.
Thank you for the list of evil pigs in video games.
You're welcome. Dude, how come I never saw this Christmas special as a kid?
It's a rare game, I guess, really.
Since when did Super Mario Bros. U get here?
Good joke.
So, confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet. But yes, you are correct.
$10 from Dracu. The Tomb 2 was my favorite childhood game, so I just had to donate for the first time. Thank you so much for the run and good luck.
Man, that is a hard watch at the end. You can see him just completely shut down when the guy asks him to be quiet. But you really can't blame the dude, considering Chibi probably shouldn't have been there to begin with. It really is such an awkward watch, but I still go back to it all the time. I think it's a mix of Chibi's, like, very oblivious behavior and the mustache guy just slowly but surely descending into more and more annoyance. And I don't know about you guys, but that's one of the best things on the internet. The Caveman dude, the mustache guy, he actually commented on this a short while later on his own stream, and he kind of went pretty hard at Chibi, as you'd imagine. I think it's a little weak, though, that he didn't say anything to him, like, there, other than just please be quiet. But, he waited till he left because I guess he feared the wrath of Chibi. But here's what that dude had to say.
From what I understand, his name was Chibi, which is an excellent name for a man. I told him to be quiet because he was a fucker. And I didn't ask for him to be on the couch, and he just invited himself on, and sat shoulder length to me so I couldn't move my elbows, and just would not shut the fuck up. He was on the couch from Bubsy till Spyro 2. Like, that was just his time. Nope, I didn't flip him off, I didn't suplex him, I didn't do anything. I just wanted him to leave me alone after the stream. He didn't get it, like, he tried to approach me like 3 more times, like, get out of here, guy, what are you doing?
The dude comes off as really upset about this whole situation, and honestly, I can't really blame him. For the speedrunning community, this is like a really big thing to them, getting to perform a game at like SGDQ or a big speedrunning event like this. I mean, that's why Chibi went in the first place. He has aspirations to become one of the world's greatest speedrunners. The only problem is, now, with this being out there, and this being seen by so many people, Chibi had a lot more eyes on him, and he wasn't going to be able to just slip through the cracks and get away from things anymore, because people were going to have receipts, and people were going to call him on all of his bullshit. And so, that's exactly what happened, because not a long time after this, on one fateful night when Chibi was streaming some Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, a game that he loves, and a game you're going to be seeing a lot of in this video. It's Chibi's #1. You know, Caveman has Tomba, Chibi has Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. These speedrunning people tend to only play one game all the time in the hopes to be the best at that game and to be able to beat it as fast as possible. And on this night, Chibi decided, well, I've fallen behind in my run, I need to really use this crazy tactic, this crazy move, this strategy to get myself back where I need to be. I need to make up some time. And so he did it. And he got it. And I'm going to show you that clip now, and there's one problem. There's one huge problem with how he did it that that really made him go from this cringy dude in the speedrunning video to this despised figure of the speedrunning community.
Alright, here we are. I like that jump!
He really liked that jump. So what's happening here is that he needs to hit a frame-perfect trick. He has 1/60th of a second to do it. And lo and behold, with all of Chibi's luck, he gets it.
No way. No way.
So do you see what's happening here? Well, I sure as fuck don't. Like, I don't understand anything about this or what's going on, but what I do know is that he cheated. He used a cheat code, a moon jump code, to get him a bigger jump than is usually possible, because this trick is apparently one of the hardest in the game. And now you might be wondering at this point in the video, Smokey, are you really making a video on some dude who was just kind of cringy and then cheated in a video game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Yeah, basically, but there's a lot more to this guy's story that's going to make you go, all right, we get it now. But the fact of the matter is, this is like the biggest no-no you can do in the speedrunning community. If you're a cheater, you will be ousted. You won't be allowed to like submit any type of speedruns and all that. People will look at you differently. Like I said, this is the worst thing you can possibly do. And this is Chibi's community. This is what he so desperately wanted to be a part of. And with this little slip up right here, he pissed it all away. And you know who was really in favor of having this dream completely pissed away? His mother. Because if there's anybody who hates Chibi's speedrunning, it's his mom. And you can't really blame the woman when Chibi's staying up all hours of the night. I think he has a job, but it doesn't sound like he works it very much, and if he does, he's not making like enough to move out of the house, clearly. So his mom is on his ass for this. He's also like 25 or 26 around this time, and he's also very oblivious, again, to the fact that the internet now has their eyes on him, because he's doing these live streams, and his mom will come into the room and just start tearing into him, and instead of maybe muting or just shutting off the stream entirely, he just lets it all out there for the world to see. And it's not the only thing he's going to let out there for the world to see, as you'll come and find out later in the video. But patience is a virtue, ladies and gentlemen. And for right now, I want us to look at these two videos of his mom coming in the room to complain about two different things. Firstly, we're going to talk about all the pizza orders that Chibi was getting, because after getting caught cheating in that speedrun, people were messing with him like crazy. The internet now had a reason to hate the cringy guy from the speedrun video from a few years back, and they were giving him the works. And by the works, I mean like a pizza, you know, like you ever order a pizza and they have the works? I never get it. I just get pepperoni. I don't know what you guys get. Oh, but yeah, the video about Chibi's mom. Here it is.
What?
You need to get off of it. 2 people now showed up. Passport Pizza and Breads. You need to shut this down. They see that you're on there. These kids see that you're on there. You're pulling the same shit again.
Okay, so...
Is there any way you can contact Facebook and tell them to block this bullshit?
No, there isn't.
Well, there's gotta be. There's gotta be a way to get on, to call Google, Facebook, something, email them, whatever, and tell them that they put your name and phone number on there and you need somehow to block it.
This woman is giving off major Bob Chandler vibes, and it's kind of sad because there still are a lot of parents out there, a lot of like older individuals who don't understand the gravity of the internet. Now, it's not this woman's fault at all. It's not even necessarily her son's fault. The fact is, people are just straight up ordering pizzas to your house and not paying for them. Yeah, you know, it's kind of a problem. But at the same time here, for her to go and barging into the room thinking that she's gonna have her son, who for the most part isn't really good at communication as it is, call up Google and get them to just remove everything is pretty asinine, but she's obviously not going to be thinking clearly, because normal people aren't just put in these situations when you're getting bombarded with pizza orders to your house that you're not ordering. And I should have mentioned this earlier, but this woman is going through a whole lot right now. Recently, around this time, Chibi's father passed away, and that's something that, you know, you gotta have sympathy for the guy for. The only problem with that is later on, not far off in another one of these calls where his mom's in the room, she's telling him that he made a promise to her there. He made a promise to his dad that he'd stop all this speedrunning shit and really like kind of become the man of the house, go get a job and all that. And the way that Chibi just neglects that and acts like it's no big deal is it just tells you all you need to know about what this guy's real priorities are, especially when your mother's there, probably grieving over this still, and you're just sitting there, you know, just trying to get some frame perfect bullshit on a game that, you know, let's be real here. I don't think Chibi was even close to the world record. I know they say practice makes perfect, but when you're practicing for something that's so far off, you're 25 years old, you don't have a steady job to actually make a good source of income, yeah, you kind of got to figure it the fuck out. So I can completely understand the mother's frustration with this, and it's just a sad situation all around. And it's going to get a whole lot more sad later on in the video when you find out just what Chibi did at his dad's funeral.
We're going to lose our phone number because of this. Because I asked them, I said, what number did they call from? And they said they called from this number. You need to get off for the night. Thank God Dad is here. Because now I hear the phone beeping up there like someone's been calling in here too. So I can just hardly wait. He was pissed. Back in Passport was really pissed. You know what? I'm gonna have to call that policeman back again. That phone number on that card he gave you, and tell him that they're doing it again to you.
So as you can see, during that whole thing, it doesn't even look like he's looking at his mom. He's just looking at the time ticking away on his precious Mario Golf speedrun. And it's going to get even worse in the next one because he's clearly not paying attention to anything she's saying and just putting all his focus into this video game when she's basically just telling him like, yo, you need to fix your life. This is ridiculous. And a serious conversation like that shouldn't even take place on stream. But, you know, come on, ladies and gentlemen, it's Chibi. Did you really expect him to shut the camera off this time?
Well, it won't be off until about another 2 hours from now, because I'm in the middle of a speed run.
You're starting this shit again, Adam. We talked about this crap. You've been at it all night long.
It's only 1 o'clock. And this is the weekend.
I don't care.
Of course you don't. You don't care about anything.
No, I don't care. Okay? We talked about this shit, about you being at it all night long.
I'm not being on it all
I don't
night
care if it's a
long.
weekend or not. It doesn't matter. Every day runs together for you.
No, actually it doesn't.
Adam? It's not happening. Why do you keep insisting on it? I'm so sick of going over and over this shit with you.
So am I.
Then why aren't you listening to me?
Because I have a life to live, and I'm living it.
You know, I ended the intro with that little clip right there for a reason, because it's a real bleak existence for Chibi. And I know that's kind of harsh here, but I mean, come on, look at the situation you're in, dude. Your father just passed away, and your mother's telling you that she needs you to get your shit together. I know this might sound like I'm coming off as just like really going at speedrunners and all this, but no, I'm going at this one particular speedrunner. I think Chibi just saw these delusions of grandeur because a lot of speedrunners make a good living off of just sitting in front of their camera and playing this game every day, day in and day out. And if that's how you're making your living, then kudos to you, especially if it's something you enjoy. I mean, I've watched a lot of these videos over the years, and to be fair, most of these people just want to friggin' break their Xbox because they get so fed up with these games. But you heard his mom say it right there, telling him straight up, it's not happening. Why do you keep insisting on it? But that's all that Chibi sees. He sees himself becoming a great, like, world-renowned speedrunner, and no one, not even his mother, is going to tell him any differently. He should be told to follow his dreams, not be brought down by his dastardly mother. But, you know, she has a point, and he's just not willing to accept that. But at the end of the day, this is something parents have said for years, and it rings true especially right here. You're living under her roof, dude. You're 25 years old. You're spending all waking hours playing this game over and over, and your mom's getting fed up with it. So if you don't like it, then get the fuck out.
No, I'm gonna unplug it if you get a smart mouth on you. Don't give me that crap.
I'm not giving you any crap at all.
Yeah, you are. I told you, this isn't happening all night long.
It's not all night long.
What?
It's not all night long. It's not even close.
3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I don't see.
Dad made me promise, told me to make sure this wasn't happening all hours of the night.
Yeah,
it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. 3 o'clock in the morning is all hours of the night.
Okay.
Adam. Why do you have to put me in these situations and these predicaments?
You're the one putting me in the predicament.
Yeah, I am. And I'm gonna unplug this in about 2 seconds. You just totally ignore me. No regard. I told you I want your sheets changed today.
They weren't dirty.
Now they're getting yellow. You got food and your sheets.
So, it's clear that the dude is the textbook definition of a man-child. He can't even clean his own bed. The thing about the sheets turning yellow and there being food in there is just absolutely repulsive. How do you even sleep in something like that? Obviously, with someone like Chibi, it's probably of no regard to him, considering after a long day of playing Super Mario Thousand Year Door, he's probably got to just fall over and crash. It's a very tiring gig. But if you liked that opening part of the video, the cringy nature of it, I think you'll absolutely love what we're about to watch here. Because shortly after this event, a tragedy struck the world of gaming, and I don't mean that as a joke. Satoru Iwata, the CEO of Nintendo, passed away, and this really took a lot of people by surprise. A lot of people honored Iwata, they would post like a tweet or maybe a video saying rest in peace. But that wasn't enough for Chibi. Oh no, it was not, ladies and gentlemen. Chibi decided that he needed to have his own memorial service for Iwata, because the one happening in Japan in a few days was not nearly enough. Iwata would have wanted this random guy that he never met to just memorialize him in Chibi's own special way. Keyword being special. So, with all that out of the way, get your suit on, or ladies, get your best black dress on. And let's make our way down to the funeral home, because Chibi's hosting something that I think everybody's going to want to see. So we start with this "thank you for coming, the service will begin soon" image, with Iwata sitting there as a little cartoon character being memorialized and being just looked over by a bunch of grieving Nintendo characters. Already we're off to a great start.
Hello everyone. Today we as a gaming community have suffered a great loss. Satoru Iwata, Nintendo's president, has passed away. The date of death was July 11, 2015, but was not revealed to the public until July 13th. His inspiration and wisdom spanned many generations worth of gaming innovation, and was a pioneer when it came to new ideas and creative technology. Starting as a game developer for HAL Laboratory after being admitted to and graduating college, he helped breathe life into such classics as Kirby's Dream Land, Balloon Fight, and the widely renowned Earthbound. Iwata also made great progress with the development of early Pokemon games, and helped recode Red and Green to create the landmark title Pokemon Stadium. In early 2000, Satoru became promoted to Nintendo's head of corporate planning, and would later succeed as the next president after Yamauchi Hiroshi retired. From there, he led Nintendo out of a terrible financial depression around the time of the GameCube era.
Now look, there's an argument to be made here that he's doing this out of a place of respect. But at the same time, I've never been to a memorial where someone got up there and went, "Man, Jeff was just the best forklift operator." Now let me tell you something, so many families wouldn't have been able to eat their wholesale Raisin Bran if he wasn't able to put them on the top of the pallets down at Costco. You're supposed to talk about the type of person they were, and the type of impact they left on people's lives, not simply what they did for work. But clearly, what would Chibi know? He never met this guy a day in his life. Which then begs the question, why are you holding a fucking memorial service for this guy?
Later in his career, Iwata became CEO of Nintendo of America and made a groundbreaking decision to no longer hold press conferences at E3, one of the biggest video game expos where all the movers and shakers of the industry go to showcase their new games and consoles. Instead, he decided to stream miniature press conferences, known simply as Nintendo Direct. Many people loved these broadcasts, and Iwata became a figurehead, nearly recognizable by everyone. Oftentimes, he would be seen with people such as Reggie Fils-Aimé, who is famous for his internet-wide popularity, and such phrases as, "My body is ready." The man had a huge heart, and all he did was give to us. Never took away. Never spared a thought on his mind.
Sounds like he's talking about Jesus now.
Silly yet serious humor, and make us smile when we played the games he helped create. In fact, his influence spread to nearly each and every other gaming company, such as Ubisoft, Sony, and Microsoft. Each and every one of them held Iwata in the highest regard. For many, he was a fountain of knowledge and inspiration. He knew in his heart who he was, and would never stray from it. His first and most important priority were the games he loved to make, and the people that helped new evolutions and breakthroughs happen. This man loved video games, and he fully knew and understood what it was like to be a powerful figure of corporate authority through the eyes of a gamer. The least we could have done was allow him peace, knowing we appreciated everything he did. Every smile he brought to people, every way he was able to unite families together through the Wii, and every nostalgic moment where we'd see a little twinkle of our childhood in the games we still play today. However, like the saying goes, one can never truly appreciate something until it's gone.
So, despite the need to go into like massive detail about every single gaming console that Nintendo's released for the past 20 years, it was a pretty heartfelt message from Chibi. And had he just left it there, maybe this wouldn't have been remembered as much as it is as well. Because what Chibi's about to do again is something that so easily could have been avoided. But of course, in Chibi's mind, this was the best course of action, and well, just take a listen.
I'll sing a song from Earthbound called I Believe in You.
Yeah, you're goddamn right he's about to sing at Iwata's memorial. This is only the second most offensive thing he's done at one of these things.
I believe the morning sun always gonna shine again.
Now, I mean, come on. Did you really think people weren't going to give Chibi a lot of shit for doing this? I mean, the I really would prefer if you be quiet thing, that obviously a lot of people were saying, like, man, how awkward is this guy for doing that? But this, I mean, this just takes the cake. I'm looking at the screen right now as I'm making this. Rest in peace, Satoru Iwata, mock funeral trial. I know someone else wrote that on the screen, and this video will be linked in the description. This is like a 35-minute long video. Chibi then goes into like a long spiel about how all of Iwata's games have affected him personally. He even brings up at one point that his first video game console was a Nintendo 64. And he said that when he first saw it, he didn't even know what it was. And the first thing I thought when I heard that is, God damn, his parents must really regret ever doing that. Because, I mean, look at the situation it's created. You give a kid a Nintendo 64 on his birthday, and 20 years later, here he is, singing at a memorial service for the creator of said system. And despite this being wacky as hell, everything we've talked about has been pretty tame compared to what we're about to have to get into. Because Chibi here may seem like an innocent guy, may seem like just a cringy dude who's misunderstood by the world, but no. Sadly, if someone has a video made on them on this channel, 9 times out of 10, they have some skeletons in their closet. And Chibi here, behind all of the old video game consoles, has a few of them himself.
Yeah, hi, are you Adam's mom?
Yes, I am.
Yes, ma'am. I had some information I wanted to share you that your son has posted pictures of his online, and he had admitted to sending them to a 17-year-old girl.
What?
Yes, your son Adam sent pictures of his to an underage girl, and he posted the pictures of it online.
Who am I talking to?
This is Jonathan.
Hold on a minute. Adam?
So what you just heard right there was a random guy calling Chibi's house to inform his mom of what Chibi's been doing online. Now, you heard what he said, I'm not going to repeat it, but with all the eyes on Chibi, especially after the SGDQ incident, especially after the Awad Memorial, well, people were going to find stuff out about Chibi when he was slipping up online. And oh boy was this guy slipping up quite a lot. People found out that Chibi, around the age of him being like 18, he was still talking to like pretty young girls and stuff like that. And jumping forward a little bit, even a few years after this, Chibi got banned from like some convention for sending a bunch of pictures of his thing to just people in the Discord or wherever. Chibi has like this really weird thing with posting pictures of himself online, and I don't really understand it. Obviously, I don't think any rationally thinking person understands the actions of that, especially sending them to like minors and all that stuff. It's just every time we have to talk about that on this channel when it comes to guys like Cyrax or White Bowser, I never really can formulate a good thought on it because it just makes no sense. And Chibi though, Chibi is in the worst situation possible. You do all this creepy stuff online and now you're faced with the wrath of having your mother know it. Jesus Christ, dude. Chibi's Kiwi Farms thread will be linked below to the direct page where they talk about this, and apparently this guy's been in talks with like 6 to 7 minors while he's been in his 20s. They talk about the specific situation where he was 23 talking to a 16-year-old. The dude, like, you know, when it becomes this stuff, it's not like, haha, he's just the awkward guy anymore. It's just like, alright, these type of people have to face repercussions for their actions, because if you do this shit, even one time is way too much, but 7 times, like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. But then guess what happened next? Things got even worse for Chibi, because the amount of eyes on him already was pretty staggering, but now it was about to get a whole lot worse, because of all people, PewDiePie made a video on Chibi. Now, firstly, I bet you there's some people who know this story a lot that are probably saying, I think this is all out of order, and it just may be, and for that, I apologize, but I'm not sure if this comes before the other thing. Nonetheless, that's where this picture you're seeing on screen comes from right now, because after that video PewDiePie made went out, Chibi felt the need to make his own video setting things straight, and this is all after having like a breakdown saying that PewDiePie's a bully and this, that, and the third, and obviously Chibi knew the extent of what was going on here. He knew that having like this many people laughing at him and all that is obviously not the best thing to happen. All this attention and all the stress he must have been under for getting all this attention made Chibi realize something. And what do you think it is that he realized? Maybe he learned to get off the internet and just stop doing all of this friggin' stupid stuff. But no, he's a lolcow, ladies and gentlemen, and they never learn. What Chibi decided was that he has to change his name. He was no longer going to be Chibi, he was now going to be Aquana. And Aquana, well, spoiler, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually Chibi still. But he just tried to keep moving on. He kept streaming. He never stopped. I think still to this day, he may have like stopped like every now and again, but he always tries coming back to become a speedrunner or a streamer or anything like that. And with all the stuff he's done in the past, people are never going to let him get away from it. I know we simply glossed over the stuff about him talking to minors, but like honestly, can't really show too many of those messages on screen because obviously like we're on YouTube. You know, they don't like that type of stuff. And about the PewDiePie stuff, I can tell you about it, but again, I don't know how much YouTube likes me putting like most of a PewDiePie video in my video. They seem to really like to have that shit down locked for themselves. I don't know though, maybe I'm just a little worried about things here, but the channel's been really on thin ice lately with random strikes being thrown about all throughout YouTube. So, just playing it safe, and I think where I want to end this on because there's so much we can talk about with Chibi, but there's one final thing I want to bring up, and it's something that I saw in Audentum's video. Ladies and gentlemen, Audentum, if you don't know about him, is one of the best creators on this website, and I truly mean that. The dude puts together some fine work, and his video on Chibi really just kind of ignited my want to talk about this dude so much more, and I'm going to have that linked first thing in the comment right there. I guarantee you, you go check that out, you're going to end up watching this dude's whole catalog in one day. And something I found out from this video just threw me off, because I didn't think anything could top the awkwardness of the SGDQ event, nor did I think anything could top the Iwata event. However, something happened that's very similar to the Iwata event, but on a far, far more personal scale, and it is just ridiculous. So there's this dude, right, named Big Al, and Big Al is a friend of Chibi's from back in the day, and as the years went on, they kind of just started to talk less and less. But Big Al was there at Chibi's dad's funeral, so he told a story. He told a story on a live stream once, and it gives you such a look into what person Chibi is, even off-screen, because he doesn't just shut down the camera and go to live a normal life. He's Chibi 24/7, and that includes a funeral. And man, when you hear what he did at his own dad's funeral, it is shocking.
And I'm tearing up at this, like I'm gonna do this kid right? I'm gonna do everything I can to look after this guy. And then I walk into the viewing room. And there Adam is. His laptop connected to the projector.
No way. I didn't know about this part. I didn't know that he connected his laptop to the projector.
Yep, he connected his laptop to the projector. And there it was, above his dad's corpse, in front of God and everybody, was a Bleach AMV.
Yeah, that one just leaves you speechless. Like, what do you even say about that? Could you imagine how weird you must have felt? Say you're the mom. Say you're just a random family member walking in there just going like, yo, like, come, what is this? And that's not even really, like, it even gets a little bit worse than that. Because not only is he playing that, like, music video, like, going full white Bowser at his dad's funeral, and his dad hated this shit. Remember earlier in the video, his mom brought it up, his dad made him promise that he would not keep doing this type of, like, dumb video game stuff. And at his dad's own funeral, he's like, hey, the family will love this, get your mind off the sad stuff, let's rock out to this Bleach music video. And music is the running theme here, because not only did he sing at Iwata's memorial, he sang karaoke at his own dad's funeral again. Later on, that Big Al dude goes on to talk about that Chibi did that too. I mean, it must be his thing. That's how he grieves. But it's just so wild to think, because, like, God forbid any of you think of your parents and all that. Like, think it, would you ever disrespect them like that on the day of their burial? Like, would you disrespect anyone like that? And he obviously doesn't see it as disrespect, because it's all about him. And that's kind of the point of this whole video, is just a guy who looks at life for only his benefit. Nothing Chibi really has done in this video has been for someone else, other than obviously the Iwata thing, but then again, he went into a large tangent after that, like, 5-minute thing about video game consoles and all, about how Iwata's death and, like, legacy affects him. So really, at the end of the day, Chibi is a very self-centered person. He only thinks about, doing stuff to entertain himself, or doing stuff to get himself in the spotlight, but then when he gets that spotlight, he so desperately wants to get rid of it. But no matter where Chibi goes, he'll never be able to get rid of that stigma and the eyes watching him. There are channels that document most of the things Chibi does. Channels like Chibi Watch, who will also be down in the description below. There's a lot of channels here, and a lot of the videos you saw, they'll all be down there, and it was a tough time making this video, because there's a lot of things you gotta find on Chibi, but man, I enjoyed making it. But there's still so much I could have covered about Chibi, and a lot of it is over there in Audentum's video, which I already mentioned. I'll be linking in the description below. I feel like that video is so great for chronological order of all of Chibi's fuck-ups and everything, and it really gives you a more in-depth look than this video, because this video I just wanted to show you the best parts of Chibi, the most well-known, the ones that I thought would make you guys laugh the most, and I hope I did a good job at that. But like I said, that video will be down in the link in the description below. All the videos you've seen on screen will be down in the link in the description below, and there's only one final thing I want to show you guys before I sign out of here, and that's this video, because Chibi, around, 2019, he was still streaming, he was still doing his thing, and obviously, you know, he's a big Nintendo guy, and this was around the time that Banjo and Kazooie got added into Smash Brothers, and I know for a lot of people this is a big deal, but for Chibi, like, holy shit, you'd think he won the fucking lottery, and something he says at the end of this video, I think makes everything go full circle.
What the hell?
Wait! Hey, rolled. No! 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 That was a Jiggy! That was a Jiggy! Are you kidding? Oh my god! Here they come. Oh my god! 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 Nintendo wins! Nintendo wins! Nintendo wins! Oh god! My baby! My baby! Oh my god! I'm living! I am living!
You see that part right there, ladies and gentlemen? That's the one thing Chibi was right about when talking to his mom.
Because I have a life to live, and I'm living it.
I'm living! I am living!
Chibi is finally living the life he wants to live. And is it really like something that, you know, you and I would want to have to live through? Probably not, you know, but whatever brings the guy happiness, I guess, is cool. But at the end of the day, though, do you really want to see a guy chatting up a bunch of minors online happy? Not really. Like, not really at all. You know, you watch this video, you think, oh, what a wacky guy, but then you get to that one point where you find out that he's like a real creep, and it's like, oh, god damn it, like, they all have to be like that. And that's Chibi's story, or at least a good chunk of it. Nonetheless, if you guys liked this video and you want to see me do some more on this guy, always drop it down in the comments. And I want to thank you again for making it this far and always being here, man. We've built a beautiful community here. Love all you guys in the comments. Everyone we always talk to on stream, man. It's always a great time. And I just thank you guys for everything as always. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. So I'm going to get out of here now, but I see no better way to end this than the way we all wish we could go out. I know everyone, it's inevitable. Everyone one day will end up meeting their maker on their deathbed, and we can all hope that when we're laying there, we will all be serenaded with a beautiful tune as we walk to the pearly gates.
I believe the morning sun always gonna shine again, and I believe a pot of gold waits at every rainbow's end. Oh, believe in roses kissed with dew. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? I believe in make-believe, fairy tales and lucky charms, and I believe in promises spoken as you cross your heart. Oh, I believe in skies forever blue. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? You may say I'm a fool, feeling the way that I do. You can call me Pollyanna, say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in silver linings, that's why I believe in you. I believe there'll come a day, maybe it'll be tomorrow, when the bluebird flies away. All we have to do is follow. I believe a dream can still come true. Still, that's why I believe in you. You may say I'm a fool, feeling the way that I do. I believe in friends and laughter and the wonders love can do. I believe in songs and magic, and that's why I believe in you.
Also, to end it, here's an outtake that I deleted, but I decided to throw in at the last minute. This is after Caveman DCJ talked about Chibi not wanting to fight him. Now look, maybe it's the degenerate in me, and it definitely is, but something after hearing that clip, you know, it always makes me crack up, because I always imagine, like, what if, right, the guy talks about, like, oh, Chibi wants to fight me. I don't think he wants to fight me. What if, like, right here in this moment, right after he told him to be quiet, I always just imagine what Chibi's legacy would have been. He just sat here quietly, and then just, bam, just fucking snuck this guy. If Chibi really... I'm sorry, this is stupid.